Most guitar players reach a point in their career where they're just sort of stuck. This usually involves they know how to play chords, they know how to play bar chords, but when they go to actually improvise, they find themselves to be stuck using that same minor pentatonic scale and the same minor licks over the chords. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can break out of that. Specifically, we're going to talk about using the diatonic arpeggios to target chord tones. Now, what are the diatonic arpeggios? Well, an arpeggio is just the notes of a chord broken out individually. So, we're going to be in the key of A in this video, but let's say we have this A major 7. If you play the notes individually, then you've just arpeggiated that chord. And you can play these arpeggios in different positions. So I can play these same notes in a different position. What I just played was actually the A major 7 arpeggio, but I was in that same position as the A major scale, or the Ionian, which is that first mode of the major scale, which is really just the major scale starting from its root note. And so what we're going to do, first, before we dive in, you need to know your diatonic arpeggios. So there are 7, 8 when you go into the next octave, diatonic arpeggios, that are really just all of the chords from the A major scale. So like this A major 7 can be played here. And then there's the B minor 7, which can be played here. And once you know those arpeggios, you can use those arpeggios to solo or improvise over the chords that are being played in the chord progression. And then you can use those instead of the minor pentatonic or in addition to the minor pentatonic. And this gives you just more tools in your toolkit. You don't have to confine yourself to just playing the minor pentatonic all the time. I'll include a link to something. It won't be something that I made that just explains all these diatonic arpeggios and has the tabs for them so you can learn them for yourself. But just to go through them real quick is those are all of the diatonic arpeggios. So every chord from that A major scale just broken out into its individual notes, and then you can use that to actually improvise. So I'm just going to play a 2-5-1 and then loop over it, and then I'll show you how we can use these diatonic arpeggios to improvise over that. So I'll be in the key of A major, and I'll just play a 2-5-1. So that would be the B minor 7, the E dominant 7, and then back to the 1, or the root chord, which will be our A major 7, and I'll play that twice. Alright, so I'll just use my loop pedal and play that. So that's just a real quick sample of how you can use these diatonic arpeggios to know what chords to play over a particular chord. So when I was playing the B minor 7, for example, I knew that I had the arpeggio here. And I also have some chord tones here, another part of the arpeggio in a higher octave. And then I could just use those to improvise over that B minor 7 chord. When you first start learning this, there's so many different arpeggios you could play, and I think it's best to just pick a chord, just loop that chord, and then just like improvise over that one chord using, let's say, one diatonic arpeggio, or maybe in 2 octaves, and just really narrow it down. And so you might pick the 5 chord and just learn all the arpeggios for that 5 chord and improvise over it. And once you feel more comfortable, then you can add in the 2 chord, and then you can just start working on like a basic 2-5-1 like what I just played, and then from there you can expand out. And then once you practice this enough, you'll find yourself being able to improvise over every chord using this system. This was a quick video. I'll be posting a lot more content related to music, improving your guitar skills, and teaching you how to improvise. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.